welcome to Needful Geeks Review, episode 4. Remembered. I'm Blake.
And I'm Ryan.
I'm just gonna fucking roll with it. Today we're gonna be talking about movies that's been remade, or,
movies that are going to be remade also, and why they shouldn't be or should be.
Yes. First one when I thought about this popped up into my mind, and I'm going along the comic, cartoony line here. Ninja Turtles.
Fuck. Really?
Okay.
You had to do that to the Ninja Turtles?
Should there have been more Ninja Turtle movies made? Yes, I will not say no on that. Should they made it the way they did? No. Fucking Michael Bay.
Big fucking green rap star lumps of modeling clay with rocks shoved in them. That's all they really look like.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, fucking Megan Fox is April. What the fuck?
I kind of like Megan Fox.
I don't mind looking at her.
Well, I liked her before. She looks a little different now.
I don't mind looking at her, but she's fucking retarded.
Well, I'm not going to argue.
I mean, at least April from the original Ninja Turtle movies...
Being smart isn't a...
was good. She actually came across as April. Not, I got a hot ass, so I got this fucking job.
Well, she looked like a real person.
Yeah, like, she could be a real reporter, not, I got a hot ass, I got this job.
Celebrities, I know they gotta look good for their roles and shit, but they take it too far sometimes in the fact that you don't look like a real person anymore.
Yeah.
You've got more plastic than ass or something else, And, we like to see real people, something that we can relate to,
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to fucking blow your lips up the size of fucking, balloon.
Angelina Jolie.
Actually, I think her shit's natural, though. Her lips always been big. Remember her in Hackers? Which is a great fucking movie.
That is a good movie. Yeah. I ain't got nothing against Angelina Jolie. I'm just saying, they just seem to have gotten bigger as time has went on.
Well, yeah, probably, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe she's just perkier than she used to be.
Maybe Brad liked it with the bigger lips.
What's the first rule about Brad Pitt? We don't talk about Brad Pitt.
But anyway, Michael Bay, that will let us go into this other movie franchise, which really wasn't remade. It was firstly made that he did, but Transformers. I like the Transformer movies to an extent, but shit, I mean, I could make them blow shit up, boom, bang, boom, and make aliens look, robots look fucking weird as shit. Why, Michael Bay? Why? Just give us what we want. Just, a fucking truck that turns into a fucking robot that still looks like a fucking truck with hands sticking out of it. That's all I want.
And when they started fighting in those movies, that was probably my biggest complaint. I didn't know who the fuck was who.
Yeah, they blended in so much. You saw blah, 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 until it was done and one went over dead.
The only one that you know who is who when they're fighting is Bumblebee, and that's because he's fucking yellow.
Yeah, if you had two yellow robots fighting, you wouldn't know who.
As long as you can see the yellow staying in one piece, you're like, all right.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, well, that fucking Bumblebee got my damn nerves too. He's okay. I know there's some Bumblebee lovers out there, but
I like Bumblebee.
I think Bumblebee, he wasn't that great of a character in G1, and he's fucking still not that big. We're talking fucking robots.
Movies aside, I still like Bumblebee. He's a trooper.
Fucking Grimlock. That's who they should have fucking just focused on movies on, Grimlock. And not G1 cartoon Grimlock, because he's fucking stupid. But more like comic book Grimlock, that was a straight up badass. I mean, comic book Grimlock was more like Wolverine of Transformers. I mean, he's a straight up badass, big, tough motherfucker. I mean...
You've lost me already. I like Transformers, but I'm not going to read Transformers comics or anything.
Oh, dude, Transformers comics are...
I'm not got anything against them.
Transformers comics blow all the other shit out of the water because it's more mature, it's more...
I'm just not as into them as you are.
It's not as kiddie and commercial-centered as, like, cartoons are, especially 80s cartoons. I don't give a fuck what you say. I love 80s cartoons. I grew up with them. But they were 30-minute toy commercials is all they fucking were. I mean...
But hey,
they're
look
great.
At your house.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, more fucking...
They worked on him.
Good point. But, yeah, Ninja Turtles, I mean, yeah, he just... fucked it up. Now, Bebop and Rocksteady, I thought they looked pretty cool in the second one.
I saw like 45 minutes in the first one, and then I stopped, and the second one's coming out, and I was like, whoop-de-doo, and I'm not watching it either.
They did Bebop and Rocksteady right, I thought, because they were just like they were in the cartoon. They looked like if a real-world human became a warthog and rhino, and they acted like they did in the cartoon. Just, stupid thugs, So that they did right. Shredder was okay.
They're not going to replace the turtle and fox or whatever the fuck that was. in Secret of the Ooze that got all blowed up.
Oh, no, it wasn't a turtle fly. It was a snapping turtle wolf. Took on
Was it a
Razor.
wolf?
Yeah, it was a wolf. Took
It
on
looked
Razor.
like a fucking fox or something huddled in the corner.
No, it was a wolf. But, yeah, now the original Ninja Turtle movies, especially the first one. First one, I fucking loved it. It was kind of dark.
It was, I wouldn't say dark, it was adult.
Yeah, it was more, which, like I said, we said in one of our other reviews, the original Ninja Turtle comics was made for adults. It wasn't kiddie. Of course, in the original Ninja Turtle comics, Shredder died pretty quick. He got flung off a fucking roof.
Sure.
So, but, yeah, those first ones were better, I thought. The second one, Secret Ooze, was pretty good, too.
It was really good.
Third one, they went in time. Yeah. It was
I had
okay.
a hard time with it, but it
was okay.
alone was better than the new ones.
Yeah.
Because they still look like fucking Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, one thing I will give the new ones credit for.
Because I know what Ninja Turtles look like.
Even though they look fucked up and everything, the effects and stuff were good in those movies. Of course, I mean, Michael Bay has tons of money to spend on that kind of shit, so of course it would be good.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah. Now, other than Ninja Turtle, the G.I. Joe movies. The first one especially. The second one, they kind of made up a little bit on it. Did you see both of them? G.I. Joe movies?
What about them?
Did you see them?
No.
Why the fuck not?
I'm not super into G.I. Joes, man.
But it's still a good fucking movie.
I liked the cartoons back in the day and had some of the toys.
Well, the first one completely fucked it up because Cobra Commander wasn't even called Cobra, he just called me Commander. And he had this fucked up weird mask on it, wasn't the silver shiny, Cobra Commander mask. And it was just terrible. At least in the second one, he had that nice shiny mask on. They tried to fix shit that they got wrong in the
when
first
a
one.
movie uses a lot of bass in its trailers, the boom, then it shows something, then it goes boom, I usually try to avoid that movie because I know they've got no substance. Because that's what they're using to draw you in.
That's what the G.I. Joe did.
And that's exactly what the G.I. Joe movies did,
Yeah.
And it's not just them that do it. A lot of movies do that. And
Well, the Fast and Furious movies do it too, but they're good.
See, they're not near as good as the first one, though. None of them are as good as the first one was.
Well, they changed the direction of what they are. The first one was about, there were some crooks, but it was mainly about racing cars and all this. Now it's like fucking superhero heist shit. I mean, the new one looks good. The new one looks good.
In the first one, he was a street thug who was into some stealing and hijacking
and racing,
shit.
yeah.
When did he become fucking James Bond all of a sudden?
Yeah.
And he's got all these fancy tools.
It's like they mixed the Fast and Furious movies with the Triple X movies.
I know, but I mean, I'm just saying.
That's what they did with him. He became his Triple X self.
All these people who were not what they were in all these other movies just magically are now. I mean, they're good movies. I like them, but...
And the new one looks great, too.
And the new one does look good. And I'll see it.
Yeah, but...
I don't know if I'll make it to theater, but I'll try. But,
it looks different.
The first one, in my opinion, was the best one. And I like Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, because it was... Well, the second one was pretty good, too, because the second one was pretty much the same kind of concept, just didn't have Dom as Paul Walker. But, I mean, but those...
The third one, I don't know, when that kid walks up on him after smashing his windshield and he steps out of the car with a big fucking wrench in his hand, like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm sold.
So, but, what do you think about Darth Maul? Do you like the first one? He likes the first one.
I don't know, it kind of looks like to me.
There we go. You can't ask him because he just fucking, yeah, what?
No.
He's my no man, he's my yes man. There. Fucking Funko bobbleheads. So...
I heard something. Okay, yes, this is all over the internet too right now. Is the Matrix?
What about it?
They're rebooting the Matrix.
Really?
Yeah.
Who are they gonna get to play Keanu or Neo?
I don't know. I don't think it needs a reboot. I think there's plenty enough there to do a sequel.
I mean, hell, they're doing Ghost in the Shell, which that was pretty much what the fucking Matrix is based off of anyway. So why do they need to redo the Matrix?
I mean, the Matrix was good, and I would rather them not do anything if they're just gonna reboot it because. In the movie they talk about how Neo wasn't the only chosen one. Every so often they get a new chosen one.
And they reboot every so often. Just this time they actually...
And they don't need to reboot the film. They could bring it back. And even at the end, the little girl says, "Do you think we'll ever see Neo again?" And she says, "I think so." "Oh, I think we will." Or something like that.
Do you think Keanu would want to come do another one of those?
He said he would. He said if the same directors and writers would come back, he'd do it. And plus, he's on kind of a roll now. With the movies he's doing.
Yeah, he's actually doing some decent shit lately.
Yeah, and he hasn't for a long time since The Matrix.
John Wick and...
So...
I wish...
They're also talking about another Bill and Ted.
That's what I was just going to say. I wish they'd make another one of them.
They're going to.
That'd be awesome because I don't think the dude that played Bill has done anything since. I mean, at least Keanu's done some stuff, but
he reminds me of Jensen Ackles.
Yeah.
Supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that plays Dean. Something about those two. I don't know if it's like the forehead and the eyes, but it's something. They remind me of each other.
That would be good. Oh, I'd love to see it.
But there was
the only thing that sucks is even if they do another one, no George Carlin, no Rufus.
That's what I'm touching on. They were doing an interview, and what's her name? Whoopi Goldberg was there, and Keanu Reeves says something along the lines of, "But George Carlin's not around no more." And Whoopi Goldberg chimed in and said, "I want his role." And I don't know, Whoopi Goldberg could kind of do it.
I think they should do. Have you seen Rogue One?
No, not yet.
Well, I'm gonna drop a small spoiler.
It's already been spoiled for me.
I think they should do like they did with a dude from Rogue One, that the general from the Death Star that actually really died in '93 or '94. They just computer animated him, and other than one scene when he first popped up, it's kind of like, what the fuck? But after that, it actually looked like he was really there. I mean, it was somebody's body that just put the fucking face on.
You see what they did with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, yeah, in the new Terminator.
Genesis,
yeah.
I mean, they all look just like him.
Yeah, so, I mean, they could do something like that, but it just... So, look-wise, they could get George Carlin there, but it just wouldn't be George Carlin. I mean,
no.
His personality, the
they
way
could
he came
Doctor Who his ass if they wanted to. He's already flying around in a phone box that can travel through time.
Yeah, but who would they pick to be George Carlin? Whoopi Goldberg? No, because I just don't...
I don't know. Whoopi Goldberg could maybe pull it off.
I mean, she could, but I mean, she's just not
She's got
George
the
Carlin.
wise, teacher thing going on.
Yeah, but his whole attitude, his persona, his sarcasticness. I mean, who?
She's got those things. I don't
Dave
know.
Chappelle?
No, he's actually a little young for it, I think.
Yeah, and plus he'd be, getting high and shit.
Yeah.
It'd just be like...
Well, Bill and Ted would be, too.
Yeah, that's one thing I always found funny they never touched on.
They drank a lot in the
yeah,
movie. They did. They drank a lot.
And them motherfuckers probably smoked.
Man, that fucking Easter Bunny creeped the shit out of me.
That shit was great. Come here.
I've always been a little freaked out by the Easter Bunny. I mean, a 6-foot bunny comes in, breaks and enters your house one day out of the year, and leaves things for you.
Leaves chocolate eggs.
What the fuck is a bunny doing laying eggs?
It's not a fucking chocolate egg. I used to have a rabbit. It was fucking rabbit shit. What it was.
He thought it was chocolate. He found out it wasn't.
It looked like Cocoa Puffs.
But, Cocoa Pebbles. But, yeah. Yeah, I heard they were doing another Bill and Ted.
That'll be good. Okay, that's one I like.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay, remake-wise, here's one that I actually liked, even though it deviated some from the original, and it did have a few things that irked me in it, but for the most part, it's a decent movie. Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
It was good.
Yeah, I thought so too. Like I said, I did not like the fast-moving zombies.
That's actually my only complaint.
In a Romero movie. Now, if it was any other fucking zombie movie, like World War Z, okay, fine, I can deal with fast-moving zombies, but a Romero movie does not need fast zombies, even if it's a remake.
What was the gore dude's name?
Who?
The gore dude for Romero that did all the effects and shit.
Tom Savini.
Sex Machine.
Yeah, Sex Machine. Tom Savini.
I was watching wrestling. Me and my wife like to watch wrestling. And he was sitting behind the announcers on WWE, and he just kept looking at the camera going... And I was like, is that Sex Machine?
Yeah.
And my wife's like, yeah.
Well,
I was like, that's awesome.
Well, who worked under Tom Savini on those movies and some of the earlier movies in the 70s and 80s was Greg Nicotero, who learned his effects and opened up his own effect shop.
Yeah.
And now works on The Walking Dead and directs a lot of Walking Dead episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So, those two are together. He learned his shit from Tom Savini, which Tom Savini learned a lot of his stuff, not the make effects. He started makeup effects before he went into the army. He went into Vietnam. He was a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw a lot of fucked up shit through his camera.
Well, you would.
But that helped him making his effects on the way shit really looked. Guts falling out and all that kind of shit. I mean, yeah. But yeah, that man saw some fucked up shit.
But back to reality.
Dawn of the Dead was a good fucking remake.
Good remake. My only complaint, like I said, I'm with you, was the...
Fast Zombies?
Fast Zombies.
The Day of the Dead remake with that had Ving Rhames in it. Sucked. It was terrible.
I've been there.
I know Ving Rhames was in the Dawn of the Dead remake. That was good. Day of the Dead remake. Nope, it was terrible.
What sucks is I fucking love Ving Rhames.
But that movie was just terrible. Of course, he didn't really last long. Spoiler alert, but it doesn't really fucking matter. The movie sucks. He didn't last long in that movie. Remember? He ended up getting killed fairly quickly in it and became a zombie.
Maybe he requested it.
Yeah, he read the rest of the script.
Who knows?
But now, actually, I did read that they are remaking Day of the Dead properly.
Like they did the original?
Yeah, and
like in a bunker? And...
Yep, and if I remember correctly, I'm about 99.9% sure it's George Romero's son's directing it. So I guarantee you this, it will be a fucking great movie. It's supposed to come out sometime next year. They're filming it this year. So I guarantee that will be a good damn movie.
You know, one movie I'm glad...
I could be wrong, but...
I'm glad they didn't remake was Evil Dead.
Yeah, because when that one came out, I thought it was going to be a remake, but actually it was just more of a continuation side story thing.
I had heard for a couple years they were just going to straight remake Evil Dead. And what's his name? Stifler. Sean Scott Williams? Sean Scott?
Sean William Scott.
Sean William Scott.
Yeah.
They were going to get him to do Ash. And while I would
he could have got the comedy down.
Yeah, I would have been interested to see his take, because I wouldn't mind seeing him flip out covered in blood in the room, dancing with the lamp in the corner, you know? But I
fucking slapstick hitting himself with the plates and shit.
I'm of the opinion that if something is already good and epic, why do you need to remake it? Like, I've heard talk about remaking Back to the Future. Why? Leave it the fuck alone. It's a good movie. It's a good trilogy.
Well, sometimes we're like that. You know, the remake of Night of the Living Dead, going back to the Dead trilogy, that was a good one with a Tony Todd, Candyman in it and shit.
Yeah.
That, even though they did change some things up in it, like, Barbara survived and became a badass at the end. She became Carol.
Yeah.
But that was a good remake. Of course, Tom Savini directed that. So that's still the same
Some remakes
group of people.
I get. You keep them alive for the current generation, so you keep remaking them. I get things like that.
Which the original Night of the Living Dead, I see why it needed a remake, because the original was made in the 60s, the black and white, the effects were...
put some color in it.
Right, and the effects have gotten better when Tom Savini did his, and they look... I mean, so yeah, I can get that remake. Same thing with Day of the Dead. I mean, or Dawn of the Dead.
I actually prefer the remake to the original.
Of Night of the Living Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the original, don't get me wrong.
The original's great.
It's the fucking... Godfather of zombie movies. But yeah, the remake I thought was a better movie. So,
but that's just because they had more to utilize at the time.
Right. So now, what was it another? Did you ever see the remake of The Fog?
Yes.
That was actually a decent remake. I mean, it
wasn't a bad movie.
It wasn't bad.
It didn't leave a lot for me to complain about, but the original was scarier.
Yeah. Now, did you know they were gonna talks to remake? Talk about John Carpenter movies. What made me think of this? Escape from New York.
I did hear that.
And they were looking at Gerard Butler to play Snake, and fucking Kurt Russell flipped out over that. But then they ended up scrapping it anyway. So
why did Kurt Russell?
He thought an American should play Snake because Snake's hardcore American, not Gerard Butler. He said nothing against Gerard Butler. He just wanted an American. Thought Americans should play Snake.
I don't really think it should matter.
Well, I think he was thinking because Snake's like hardcore American.
Right, but I mean...
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say
I've
about
heard
90% of our best actors in TV and in the movies now are like British or, European in some form.
Yeah.
Like, take Jax from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, he's
not
British.
American. Take Rick.
Yeah, he's
Walking
British.
Dead. Not American.
Hell, Maggie's Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
And hell, Morgan's British. Morgan was in a Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah. Take Finn from Star Wars. He's not American.
And neither is the chick. Well, of course, Star Wars doesn't matter, because Star Wars is fucking space.
But what I'm saying, he's still got the American accent now.
Shit.
But what I'm saying is, they're getting it better than we are simply because,
Jason Statham, not American.
Right. We're so focused on looks
House.
And getting ripped and shit like that they've deterred from thinking about, am I a good actor?
Guy played House.
Yeah.
Even though it's an older show, And I was reading on him. It was funny.
That's just
when he did
that.
When he did his audition for House, Hugh Laurie, he did it Skype or whatever the hell, something like that. He was on set doing another movie, and he was doing a movie where he had an American accent. So the director saw some parts of that, so that's why I wanted to interview him for a job. And he said he didn't want, he was tired of all these British people trying to pull off fake American accents, and heard him talk. He's like, you're perfect for this role. Thought he was American, didn't realize he was British till he got on the set and was talking. So I thought that was funny as shit.
But see, that's what I mean. That's why I don't think it should matter. Because, I don't know, it seems like the best actors now.
Right. I'm just saying that's what Kurt
Don't get me wrong, you got your Robert Downey Jr.'s that are they're good actors. You got your Chris Evans, basically your Avengers crew.
Yeah.
They're all good.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt's a good actor, but see, all of our good actors are kind of
Crazy fucking Tom Cruise.
aging out a little bit, and all the new stuff coming up is so focused on looks, not so much on acting.
And action stars wise, I mean, you got Vin Diesel and the Avengers people, but really, you don't have very many action actors that aren't British, other than, like I said, Vin Diesel, the Avengers guys.
And if we don't remedy this situation, we're gonna have a bunch of fucking wrestlers ruining our movies.
Well, I don't know. Stone Cold did pretty good in The Condemned. The Condemned was a good fucking movie.
It was good, but I mean,
I mean, it
like
had,
John Cena did. What was it? What's the one where was it the Marine?
yeah, the Marine, yeah.
I liked it, but any of the ones after that, I thought were fucking stupid.
But yeah, but I thought Stone Cold did good in The Condemned.
Stone Cold was good, and The Rock was actually a diamond in the rough. He's a good actor.
Yeah, The Rock's great. Now, Steve also did good. Steve Austin also did good in Longest Yard with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Of course, Kevin Nash did great now
I
too.
think he shit himself.
He's like, my nipples hurt.
The hell's wrong with you, boy?
Why you gotta yell at me? I broke it into his nose. But I mean, every now and then you'll get a few. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, they were trying to throw every fucking wrestler into acting.
Yeah,
for lines,
they're
and
still doing it too.
But like I said, some of them you got out good. And it depends on the role too. Now, one sports guy that ended up being an actor, which I fucking love, damn, he's a soccer player, fucking Vinnie Jones.
I'm lost.
The dude from Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch, and he was in The Condemned.
Which one in
British,
Snatch?
He was the guy with the gold tooth. I forgot his damn name in Snatch, but he was the big, tall black guy, or not black guy, big, tall guy with black hair.
Was he in Gone in 60 Seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy that didn't talk till the very end.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, Vinnie Jones is great, and you know he was like one of the dirtiest fucking soccer players.
I'm happy for that because that would ruin the image in my head if he wasn't. He's
I've seen videos of him standing there beside somebody on the field and nut popping them. No, behind him, just popping somebody in the balls on the other team, then go and getting the ball. I mean, he's fucking brutal. So,
That's great.
Yeah, Vinnie Jones is great. He's a good, because sometimes these sports people go into acting, and like Ronda Rousey, great fighter. I would not want to piss her off, but the few movies she's been in, no, like she was in the last Expendables movie, and it just, no.
They're trying too hard to push.
And she was in the last Fast and Furious too.
And that was a good little fight, though.
I mean, yeah, her fight scenes are good because she's a fucking fighter. But I mean, acting-wise, getting the rest across, just no. Not one I think would be a good actor, just because he's got a lot of personality and he's, you know, comes across like that. It's fucking Conor McGregor. The Irish guy is like in UFC right now. He held the 2 titles and all that. He's fucking great. He's very not flamboyant because that just sounds
flamboyant.
No, not flamboyant. No, he's just very animated. I mean, he's just got a lot of personality.
Right.
And if he could actually read lines and come across like that, I think he'd be a great fucking actor. But he's Irish, so I'm kind of partial to him.
How Irish are you?
Extremely Irish.
Like, are any of your parents from Ireland?
Oh no, not my parents.
How about your grandparents?
Great grandparents. On both sides.
My grandmother was right off the boat.
Really?
Yeah. Her last name was McBratney.
What?
Bratney.
Well, my name's McGinnis.
My name's Walker, bitch.
Are you a Texas Ranger?
I'm old Texas shit.
7 days. This
I've
Chuck Norris.
apparently called the wrong person.
I fucking love that. Okay, well, this is like the second time we reference this shit now. On Facebook, there's a picture of the chick from The Ring, and, you know, she's doing her 7 days bullshit on the phone, and then the next picture under, is Chuck Norris saying, hello, this is Chuck Norris. Then the next picture is hers when she's all normal going, oh, I'm sorry, wrong number. It's funny as shit. I mean...
Did you see the one with Freddy Krueger?
Oh, the Snickers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that was great.
It's fucking a Rorschach, and then...
You're not yourself when you're hungry. She hands him a Snickers.
He turns back into Robert England.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, yeah, we're going to wrap this one up.
We're going to wrap it up like a nice little gift.
Yep.
And then we're going to give it to you.
Yep. Give it to you.
I'm going to give it to Blake.
You can give it to him. So anyway, press this button underneath him if you haven't already. It says subscribe. We like that. Leave comments. Like us. Share us with your friends. just give us to your friends. Your friends would like us.
Give us to your friends.
Yes, give us to your friends. And go to our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Twitter. Tweet us.
Twatty twit. And our webpage, needfulgeeks.com. And if you go to that page, you can get to all the other bullshit. So,
feel free to comment.
Yep.
About upcoming movies you know about being remade, and if you think they should or shouldn't be.
Yep.
And give us your thoughts on The Matrix, because I'm just not down with it right now.
Yeah.
Not as it stands.
I agree with him on that one. I'm just, yeah. But Bill and Ted, fuck yeah.
Bill and Ted.
Well, it's not a remake, you said. It's just another movie, so.
Yeah. Sequel.
Yeah.
Well, time travel, it could always be anything. It's a prequel, sequel.
Yeah. Well, would it be cool if they did like that one t-shirt I saw where it's got Bill and Ted phone booth and the TARDIS and they meet Doctor Who? Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be pretty awesome.
That would be cool, yes. So, and David Tennant, this is a call out to you. If you ever see this shit, do Bill and Ted as your doctor. Because you're the best doctor.
You're the only doctor.
That's right. And Tom Baker.
And find Rose.
And find Rose. Yes, Rose. Just go pull her from Penny Dreadful and give her some clothes.
She's done with Penny Dreadful.
Yeah, well.
Clothes optional.
Hopefully she got clothes.
Hopefully.
It might be cold.
In space.
That's right. See, cold in space.
Cold in space.
But anyway, so that's the show. I'm Blake.
I'm Ryan.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Stuck here.